Were 2023 election results another loss for Trump? 3 key takeaways. Tuesday's off-year elections offered a wide glimpse into the minds of Americans ahead of the consequential 2024 elections, with major bellwether elections for key issues such as abortion rights and how Republicans and Democrats will fare on the national stage next year. Democrats saw major victories in red states as Ohio voters approved an amendment enshrining abortion rights into the state's constitution, and Democratic incumbent Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear secured re-election. Here are the 3 biggest takeaways from last night's prelude of the 2024 elections. A win for abortion rights in Ohio. Abortion rights advocates saw a massive victory Tuesday night after Ohio voters approved a ballot measure to enshrine abortion rights into the state constitution. The measure, called Issue 1 on the ballot, guarantees abortion access up until the point of viability, typically around 24 weeks gestation. Abortion is still permitted afterwards in cases to save the life or protect the health of the pregnant patient. The efforts to protect abortion rights in the Buckeye State garnered significant attention after Ohio voters rejected a Republican-backed proposal in August that would have made it more difficult to alter the state's constitution. The proposal, which would have raised the threshold to amending the Constitution from 50% to 60%, was brought forth in advance of the abortion vote in a bid to restrict abortion rights. But voters soundly rejected the measure, foreshadowing Tuesday night's win for supporters of abortion rights. Activists hope the victory is a positive sign for similar 2024 ballot measures to strengthen abortion access slated in more left-leaning states like Maryland and New York. Andy Beshear defeats Trump-backed Daniel Cameron, Kentucky's Democratic governor. Andy Beshear fended off a challenge Tuesday from Trump-backed opponent Daniel Cameron, winning praise from Democrats who view his victory in the ruby red state as a potential proxy for the 2024 presidential election. Since 2003, Kentucky's gubernatorial races have been a consistent bellwether for presidential elections, and Democrats are hoping the trend will hold in 2024. President Joe Biden phoned the Kentucky governor shortly after his victory was announced to congratulate him, the White House said. Beshear, who is among the most popular governors in the country, leaned heavily into key Democratic issues during the campaign, including abortion rights and Biden's achievements on jobs and infrastructure. Described by his Republican opponent as a nice enough guy, Beshear's popularity has also been attributed to his down-to-earth temperament, a characteristic voters similarly ascribed to Biden in the 2020 presidential election. Meanwhile, some Republican leaders warned that Cameron's loss could be yet another sign of Trump's weaknesses with voters. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who is challenging Trump in the 2024 primary race, called the defeat another loss for Trump. Mississippi's governor race. A message to Democrats? Mississippi's incumbent Republican Governor Tate Reeves decisively beat challenger Brandon Presley, striking Democratic hopes of an upset in the deep red southern state. In the run-up to the election, Reeves' smaller-than-normal polling lead and an overturned Jim Crow-era law led many Democrats to view the state as a potential new battleground, in the same vein as Georgia in the 2020 presidential and 2022 midterm elections. Presley, a distant relative of Elvis Presley who serves as a member of the Mississippi Public Service Commission, ran his campaign in a similar fashion to Democrats in the Georgia races, focusing on economic issues like expanding Medicaid and steering clear of divisive social issues, including abortion. He also sought to mobilize the state's large black population after voters in 2020 approved a measure believed to increase the power of black voters across the state.